Howdy folks, Doc here with Last Best Tool, and this is the Felo T-handle with square 1/4 inch drive. This particular guy, the part number on it is 62899, made in Germany. Beautiful manufacturing, I mean, for a plastic head on a metal shaft, but if you just look at that, the machining on this thing, just gorgeous. But anyway, it sells for $14.99, which I think is a steal, basically. I pay more, you know, for a snap-on, just a dedicated one like this 10mm here. But I like the T-handles. If you use just a standard round handle for something like this 1/4 inch snap-on here, what you end up with is a very small amount of leverage. You know, basically you're almost grabbing the shaft near the same size as the actual connector. But this particular guy, once you reach out here, I mean, you're working with, here's a small snap-on ratchet, you know, you're working with essentially small ratchet level distances off the center or off the axis. Not quite the same, you know, as one of these small ratchets, but you can generate a lot of leverage here. In fact, when I'm using this ratchet, I can really tell a huge difference from just this position to this position. And if you look there, what I've got here, if I line this up, is essentially that's really close to the same amount versus here. So this really does add a whole nother dimension. Now it comes in a 3/4, excuse me, in a 1/4, 3/8, and a 1/2 inch version. All of them for 15 bucks a piece. And I don't know if I need the larger ones, primarily because you know, I go up to 15mm, and you know, if I need something bigger than a 15, you know, I probably want to move to a ratchet. But we'll see. I do use these all the time, but I find they're a little on the long side for some things. Super handy, but you need to have the whole set of them, you know, available. Same with their the hex wrenches, which means you know, I have all these sockets laying around, but then I've got all these dedicated tools. These are super handy. I love them, you know, in the bike shop because I could just grab, you know, exactly what I need. It's ready to go. But for other things, it's nice to be able to leverage all my existing sockets. In fact, these two here, these are in my appliance tool kit. This is a, these are just some Milwaukee's, kind of long or extra long. This is the, get that to focus for you, the 5/16 and the 1/4. These are two common appliance metal screws. So I can just throw that on, you know, spin it off, and then if it's stuck, rusted or something, I can easily break it free. But very easy to work with. In fact, you know, a lot of times we'll go to ratchets for things when we really just have to break it, and then, you know, the ratchet, we almost bypass it and start doing this. So there's really even no reason to have a ratchet at that point. This actually does provide plenty of leverage when you're tightening things up, especially, you know, with 1/4 inch drive stuff, especially the smaller stuff. So you don't actually need, you know, a foot of leverage because you might just snap something off. I've used a lot of other different T-handles for 1/4 inch hex. They're super handy. This just seems like a nice size, and being able to, grab a hold of any of my other existing tools and leverage the design there, because I have a lot of different 1/4 inch tools. One thing here, you know, if you look at the screwdriver size, you know, basically here, this driver, when I put a bit on it, or a socket on it, I have essentially no more torque than I do with a standard screwdriver, and we all reach the limit of screwdrivers. So going to the T-handle, you know, if you look, I'm almost, well, probably at least doubling the leverage, you know, because I'm moving my lever arm, you know, twice as far away from the center, maybe more. But it's a lightweight, fast tool, so I can easily just grab something and go to work. So there it is, the Felo German-made T-handle with the 1/4 inch square adapter. I'll put links to all three, the 3/8 and the 1/2, but impressive tool. With that, Doc out.